in Jacksonville. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They will start this drive with Ford. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Well, this defense for the Jags, very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
30 left. Hey, easy, route.
Etienne once more. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 31. 9 yards on the pickup there, as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
3rd down and 1.
11. Here we go, shot.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Hey.
On the end around, this is Thomas. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, 11, Agate. Hey, Lion.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Lisa 24.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Go, Silver.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jags use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now they'll audible to something else. Coleman, the man in motion left. 2nd and 2. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, Lawrence going to move him around a bit. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
11.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Now Lawrence. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
On the jump. Sink right. All right, let's go. Here we go.
Lawrence. And he fires one incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Easy, 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 easy. Red on red. Red, red.
Back to the ground with ETN. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. From the 46, here's second down and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Ford. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Coleman, the man in motion right. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Jags are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week out,
touchdown, Jaguars! Brian Thomas, 64 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 11. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Operating from the gun, Bryant. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Andrews' first catch, good for a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll look to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Bryant. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
11.
Now Lawrence lets one go downfield for Pierce. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Jaguars 41, Chargers nothing.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here we go.
Another tote for Etienne. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Dancing away at the 35. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Takes it to about the 37.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
11.
Now Lawrence changing the play. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On red.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Jupiter. All right, let's go. It's hot.
Now Lawrence to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Now a 2nd and 6.
11, Agate.
Etienne up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Easy, 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 easy.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Gun.
The slot man in motion right. Lawrence will throw. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, anytime down here in the red zone that you can get a running back going lateral to the line of scrimmage, that's a plus for the defense. We all hear about the offensive guys saying, get north and south, get upfield. They didn't allow it at all on that play.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Jaguars have got it on cruise control. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. Throwing to start the drive. Bryant. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ford. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just get back.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Jacksonville. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Completes it to Coleman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And now they'll shift things around.
19, Tiger.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They run with Ford. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Jerome Ford, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Flush to his right. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It's a throw again as Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chargers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. On the ground, it's Ford. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. An audible here to get a new look. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it, and taken at the 46. A very good return that time. 18 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
13, Lou. All right, let's go. Here we go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Now, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Charger drive about to get going. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
70 Lions, 79 Broncos.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Lawrence to a knee, and that will write a finish to this one. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is